As a fitness professional, you will know, especially if you follow me on this page, that if you want to get your details of your classes, your courses, whether you're doing passive income courses, whether you're doing hands-off, hands-on, whether you're teaching live face-to-face, whether you're in the community, it doesn't matter. It's important that you're visible on social media. The more people see you and they understand what you do, what you offer, what you teach, who you work with, and most importantly, how you can help them. Hi. Then the more chance you have of converting that person, that follower, that viewer, that voyeur into becoming a client or a customer. So if you've been watching me, you'll know that there is a specific customer journey for somebody that's seeing your content on social media. Where do they go first? Do they join a free group? Do you have a challenge? Do you have some pay-as-you-go online classes that can attend? Can they attend your face-to-face classes for free if it's local? So there's an actual journey. And then once they've attended that first step on your product suite, where do they go next? Do they become a member? Do they join your online membership? Do they join your 14-day well-being course? And then where do they go? And there's actually a step-by-step where many people will come into your world. But as we know, put your hands up if you know, social media is overwhelming. I mean, it just never stops. Hi, everyone. It just never stops. Yay. So I wanted to give you some top tips of how you can be less overwhelmed and how you can make a proper social media plan. So you're not just winging it. Put in the comments, are you winging it on social media? Do you have an exact plan of what you're posting and why? Well, let me give you some top tips. So depending on, I always look at the end of the ladder here. Let's say you are promoting an online course that you might have. Maybe you're doing a holiday or a summer club, perhaps. Then what does the content need to look like that's related to that over here that you're selling? Well, that might also be a face-to-face class. It might be a Pilates course that you've got going on. So you want people to know that you are a Pilates instructor or a body conditioning instructor or a HIIT instructor. So creating content that you would repurpose across different platforms so people get to know what you do and what you offer. So for example, if it's Pilates, yes, I don't want a scatterbrain approach, Raymond. We need to dial this in because ultimately you waste a lot of time thinking. Whereas if you've got a structure and a plan, of course you can ad hoc and put things in as well. You don't have to just only do this. But if you've got a plan, you know that when you're out, when you're not looking at your phone, when you're doing other things, social media is doing the heavy lifting for you. It's doing the promotion for you. So work backwards and reverse engineer it. So whatever it is that you're selling, personal training, body conditioning, boxing, Pilates, yoga, lift lean, what kind of content are you putting across your channel? So it might be that you film a whole series of 1-minute clips of a particular exercise. You could do them in your garden, you can do them inside, you could do them outside. And actually all those little clips you can then repurpose onto Facebook, onto LinkedIn, onto YouTube, onto Instagram, onto Twitter, wherever, or what's one platform. You might only use Facebook, you might only use Instagram. But all of those little tiny videos, again, show people that you know what you're talking about, that you can regress an exercise, that you can progress an exercise. And ultimately, you can schedule all that using the Creator Studio. If it's Facebook or Instagram, I'm sure you all know this, that in the back end, you can actually upload your video or your written post and you can schedule it for a certain amount of time. So you know that post is going to be going out. So create a plan. Is it a written post, perhaps, that you might just say, good morning, are you exercising today? Or it might be every day at 7 a.m. You always post details of the classes that you've got on and if you've got any spaces, and that becomes something that you do every day. And you can schedule that. You can schedule that at the beginning of the week. You can schedule it the evening. So you know that post is going out. So it might be that you schedule a written post on Facebook and a graphic with a similar written post might be going out on Instagram at maybe half an hour before or half an hour after. It's unusual that people are going to be following you on multiple platforms, so you can repurpose your content, but you can stagger it at different times. So it might be that you post 6:30 a.m. on your Facebook and a similar post with a graphic goes out on your Instagram at maybe 7:15, to catch people that are going up a little bit later. It might be that the video that you've recorded, again, talking about what classes you've got on this week, any specials that you've got on, you may schedule that for maybe 10 o'clock, mid-morning. You might have something scheduled again for 3 o'clock. And then in the evening, if you look at your insights, you'll be able to see when the traffic is actually hitting your account. So for me, for example, I get a lot of traction in the morning early, and I also get a big bump from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. And I often think it's when people are sitting down, they've done their jobs, they're then scrolling social media. So that's a good opportunity to put something there, maybe a sales post talking about a course or a workshop or something that I've got going on, because that's a time when often people might sit down, read that information, and then book on. So use your insights. Facebook and Instagram, in fact, all of the platforms provide really good insights. You can see who's landing on your page, where they're coming in from, if they're local, if it's international traffic, what time. It tells you the age, the sex. There's so much information when you're actually looking at the back end that you can then create content that is scheduled for that time. So it's going to maximize the people that see that content. Does that help a little bit? Whether you're doing Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you can pretty much schedule content. So you can step back. You don't have to be there, but be a little bit more organized. Another top tip for you is have a theme. So for example, you might be running a 7-day healthy habits and nutritional tips. And maybe that is going to start next week. Let's say you're going to run it in a Facebook group and it's going to run every day for 7 days. And you're going to be uploading a workout and maybe a video that has a nutritional tip on it or a healthy habits tip. And let's just give you an idea for the product. And let's say you're charging £20. So the week before, so this week, you would put lots of content on your social media with healthy tips, with ideas, with recipes, with little snippets of exercise. And these could be videos, again, that you create all in one go, and then you can schedule it out through the week. And at the end of each one of those posts, there's a call to action that says, would you like to join my 7-day healthy tips and get fit program that starts on Monday? So you're teasing people with content that's related to the actual product or the program that you're going to be selling. And you've got a strong call to action. Remember, people need to see things over and over and over and over again, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times before they actually buy or become a client or a customer. And really, content is the variable for success. And what I mean by that is the more content that you can put out there that shows you're an expert, you know what you're talking about, it solves a problem, then ultimately the more of those people that see that content are going to become clients and customers further down the road. So it's totally within your power to do it. And it's creating the content when it's convenient for you, when you're in your workout gear, when you're feeling articulate, and you can batch it and you can schedule that all for the week. And then you can step back and just log in at the end of the evening and just answer questions and comments. And social media isn't running you. You then use social media to really build your business. Yeah, start with the end in mind. Totally. What are you selling? What are the benefits? Who is your ideal client? And then create related content that you need to scatter throughout the week with a strong call to action. Oh, let me know if that helps. If you need any help with your social, I'm doing a workshop detailing how to do this at 1 o'clock. So if you want to join me for the workshop at 1, I would love to help you. And if you have any questions or comments around your online or face-to-face business and you need a bit of help with how to promote it and market it, remember there's literally millions of people watching you every day on social. There's an opportunity to put a Facebook or an Instagram reel and that be seen by hundreds and hundreds of people that potentially are interested in your service. And it is about the quantity. So it's putting out consistent content that is related to ultimately what you're selling further down the road. Let me know if that was helpful. Leave a comment. Have a lovely day, everybody. And I hope that inspired you and helped you in some way.